I was kind of just scrolling through YouTube as you do, and I saw one of those videos, and we've seen these before, where it's called "It's Just a Movie," where it's just a show, and it kind of had a compilation of iconic moments in movies, and it kind of got me thinking about how I've been on this journey watching a lot of iconic media the last like 5 to 6 years, and it made me think about, yes, it is the entertainment industry, but it's also much deeper than that. I think movies, depending on which ones you watch, of course, like a lot of movies that are made with passion and love and care, it's like a direct mirror of your life in some ways, and you can take parts of your life and you can relate it to the movies, and you see yourself in the characters, you follow their journey, and you can relate to stuff that happens in their life, and you can live vicariously kind of through them as the movie or show progresses. And it kind of got me thinking about a lot of stuff, man, where I thought it was a pretty interesting topic for a video, so I wanted to see what you guys thought. So in the comments below, I want you to tell me your favorite movie, or list a few of them. I'm going to watch them, and what I can do is maybe get back to you guys on that. I'll pick a few out that I definitely want to check it out. I would love to hear from you guys. I actually want to do this. I think it'd be just something fun to do. Whether it gets a lot of views or not, it's not really in my interest. I do this for fun, guys. And I would love to see what you guys are interested in watching. I'm sure most of you out there are very into movies, and if you're not, I highly encourage you. As someone who was not big into movies most of my childhood, I had the occasional movies that I liked, so I'll list a few of them. So when I was growing up, and I still am into cars, but I was very into cars as a child, my dad always got me into movies such as Fast and the Furious, or Gone in 60 Seconds was also an iconic movie that they didn't make any sequels after. But say what you will about Nicolas Cage, he's still one of my favorite actors. There's just something about him, I can't quite put it into words. It is probably a bit of nostalgia, but let me ride that nostalgia train for a little bit. It's fun. There's a lot of good movies he's in. And so I think that role in Gone in 60 Seconds, it fit really well. It just felt like such a raw movie. It was an absolute cinema. Sorry, I bumped my plate there on the computer desk, but and then I was obviously a fan of the Fast and the Furious movies. Obviously, they've kind of went extreme with them, but I find fun in all of them. They've turned more entertainment now, but back then they used to have a pretty good story behind them, with Paul Walker, being Brian O'Connor in the movie. You guys know the movie. And it was interesting. It was more of like a kind of drama, hype-filled movie, right? It was a little bit of street racing. He was a cop, went undercover, all that good stuff. And then it kind of went away from street racing, and now it's an action hero movie, kind of. But they found their niche, and it just kind of worked. And it is what it is. Say what you want. Numbers speak for themselves, man. People find it fun. I think it's dumb fun, and that's why I still watch the movies. I don't even know if they're coming out anymore, but anyway. That was some of the movies I watched as a child, and, as a young adult. Not even quite an adult, right? But those are some of the car movies I liked. Didn't really get into a lot of the Disney movies, such as, like, the actual Cars movies. I was more, like I said, I wasn't a big movie buff. My parents weren't either. And as I got older, like I said, I went back to watch some movies to see how they held up, right? So like I said, about 6 years ago, again, this is 2020 when I first watched Terminator. Don't give me shit. I understand that is a problem. But if you haven't seen Terminator, for the two people probably in the United States of America that have not seen Terminator, Terminator 1 and 2 are goated. I'll be honest, I haven't seen anything past Terminator 2. But the first two are amazing. Second one, I think, is actually the better one. But they're both phenomenal. And they still hold up being over 45 years old. That is insane. It just goes to show that it's not always about the effects, but it's about, again, the story and how entertaining are the characters, how fun are they, how relatable are some of the characters. I think that's important. You have to have some relatability in characters. I could see myself in him, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. Or I want to be more like him because he's really cool. Because honestly, Arnold, regardless of his politics now, I don't care about any of that. I like the art. I think that he was such a badass character in those movies. And, you know, like, look at Sylvester Stallone and Rambo. Another cool fucking movie. You know, I haven't seen all the Rambo movies, but, you know, just to list some of the OG action movies. You know, those are classics. And anyway, so I just wanted to list a few movies. Drop them down in the comment section below, some of the ones that you like as well. Kind of like a must watch. I'm going to check some out for sure, I promise. What I'll do is I'll get back to you guys in another video about it. I think it'd be pretty fun. But it made me think about, you know, some other movies that really just kind of moved me. And so my wife's into all kinds of media and stuff, and it's funny because there's movies that you watch that you don't know how it's going to affect you. And there's movies that just hit you at certain parts in your life. And now being a stepfather, you know, and all that good stuff. And it's like, you know, yes, technically they're not my kids, but I look at them like they're my boys. And, you know, my family's everything to me. And so, you know, when you see these movies, they really start pulling on your heartstrings. You know, I can empathize for parents, you know, when you see movies, like, for example, we watched this movie. I think it was a Disney movie. It was called, like, Storks or something. Look, man, just hear me out. That movie, that movie fucked me up. Like, it's a good movie, and it's just a wholesome movie. And then I went and watched Kung Fu Panda with my two boys. Just for shits and giggles. It was great in the theaters. The one that just, I don't remember what it's called. I think it's 4. Forgive me for not knowing, but it was the one that just came out a couple months ago. As is being recorded, this is obviously August of 2025. So whenever you guys see this video, whoever sees it in the future of the ether, that's when I'm talking about it. But, because they're probably going to make 500 of those Kung Fu Panda movies. But honestly, that movie was fucking funny. It was a good, you know, it was a good time. But I don't know, man. I think that, and okay, here's another example. Not just movies, but other forms of media, right? So we finished the Vampire Diaries. I used to not even care about vampire, like, movies and stuff like that, right? Like Twilight. Look, I've watched all of them. I've seen all the Twilights. Phenomenal. I think, personally, the best one is the third one. It's just me. Anyway. But Vampire Diaries, alright, so we watched Vampire Diaries after I saw all the Twilight movies. She's like, do you want to see this? And I'm not going to lie, like 10 episodes in, I was still not sold on it. And then about almost near the end of season 1, I was like, she looks at me, she's like, you're pretty into this movie, or this show. And I was like, yeah, I'm fucking invested. It's really good. So there's a series for you to binge. It's got 8 seasons. No spoilers, I'm not going to give you guys spoilers, but I really do recommend it. Funny enough, we're actually going to go see the movie set in Georgia, where they shot most of the show. So I'm actually super excited to go see that. I will also get back to you guys on that. If you guys are big movie buffs, and if you've seen any of the Vampire Diaries, share it down below. We can kind of chit chat about it. It's still to this point my favorite series. Currently watching Supernatural. So no spoilers, I'll kick your ass. I'm not actually finished with Supernatural. We're about 5 seasons in. I think there's literally like 15 seasons. It's fucking crazy, but plan on finishing that series. I don't know when, but we'll see. So we're binging that. And I love Dean and Sam. They're great. I never had a brother, but my cousin Tyler was always like a brother to me. I've known him. He's literally 6 months younger than me. So she's been with me my whole life. And we've always had each other's back, so it kind of felt a little like Dean and Sam, and I could see that in us, in those characters. So, I just wanted to kind of yap a little bit and talk to you guys, because I thought it was kind of an interesting subject, and it just hit me, so I wanted to make a video. And, maybe some kind of new direction on the channel. Maybe we could get into movies and stuff. Like, I think it'd be kind of interesting I don't know what I'm going to use for the background. Probably just some. Who knows what gameplay I'm going to use, honestly. I don't even know. But I just wanted to see what you guys thought about that. You know, what you think about movies and shows that move you. You know, we can even do music too. Like music that moves you. Like later on, maybe another type of video. But there's so many forms of media that I just think it's interesting how you can relate it to your life. And you can find a little piece of you in the media. So, again, let me know the movies to check out down in the comment section below. I want to check it out. See what's going on. Give me something to watch. But you guys, of course, have an awesome day. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.